Okay, we've got the little red dot. We are underway. We've got some great news tonight, something that I think we've all really hoped for, but didn't actually want to have happen because it's reduced the value of our KCB coins. I know Dan McCloskey had a little cry this afternoon, but, you know, we just got to live with it. So let's get into this. We're going to run through some information about the presentation, about what the business is that we have. Then we're going to go into some of the news about what's happened in the Middle East and Europe. And we'll talk about also what's happening with the banks in America. Now, I did take some screenshots of that, but I've got just one slide because I ran out of time to get them all inserted into the system. So here we are tonight with our Brains Trust and making sure that everybody gets on the slide. We are here tonight at Brent and Amanda's doing the presentation because the internet was not working where I was today. So, Gold Rocks is sponsored by Skippy Pest Control, Easy Shopping Cards, and Loveday Vehicle Lubricants. Every one of those merchants is going to be a merchant in the K Merchant program, followed up by Enzo's. Now, Enzo himself makes a really good limoncello, I have to tell you, but after 6 or 7 of them, you're a little bit legless. You need to be careful when you go there. But fabulous food, great staff, great place to go. If you're in Adelaide, you've got to eat at Enzo's. So let's get this out of the way. This is our opinion. We do not represent the company. We need you to understand that we come up with opinions and we come up with shortcuts. They are not necessarily proposed by the company. We do it. We read the documents, we work out what works, and we run with it. So this is about gold. This is a 5,000-year-old medium of exchange. Now that coin that's on the screen, they estimate was minted in 541 BC. And it buys today the exact same amount of produce that it did in 541 BC. Is there anything else in the world that can do that for you? I'm damn sure that our fold-up plastic money can't do that. So we're talking about Karatbars International, and this is one of their official presentations. I've deleted some of the slides because it gets a bit long and cumbersome. Just make sure that you understand the basis of what we're talking about is a gold savings program run by Karatbars International. So Karatbars were founded in 2011. They're in 120 countries or more. There's basically 750,000 partners worldwide, and it's growing rapidly. You are on a Gold Rocks webinar, and we are absolutely expanding at a rate of knots. The global offices, you can see where they are on the screen. I'm not going to read them all out. There will be more. We've just got a new Asia Pacific manager, and I'm looking forward to talking to him about some functions we've got planned for next year. We'll see if we can get somebody along. This is our founder, Harold Seitz. And the thing I like about Harold is when something is happening, he's in the public eye. He doesn't hide from it. He puts out a YouTube channel. He's on Facebook. You can talk to him. You can private message him on Facebook. I know there's a number of people that do. I try not to bother him because I suspect he has thousands of people that do that. I'd rather talk to someone that can actually get me an outcome, because mostly what I talk to them about is administrative processes. But there he is. I've got no idea what a Senator of the Global Economic Network means, but it's a German title that was given to him recently. Now, the mission is to bring gold to the masses. Put it into the hands of the people that hold up every society in the world. Now, if we can do that, we can empower our citizens and our members to create a life that is independent of what the government thinks we should do. Now, I'm not saying we're going to become a country of lawless individuals, but I'm no longer beholding to the government, worried about whether I'm going to get a pension or whether I'm going to get paid my dole check this week or whether my superannuation is going to be sufficient when I retire. I can tell you this, if you're in the workforce and you are planning on your superannuation paying for your retirement, you will be sorely disappointed. It has not been a good long-term investment for 99% of people. It is getting worse, and the government is now beginning to capture money from the super funds that people have contributed to. Now, if you and I were to do that, we'd be in jail for theft. But apparently our government gets away with it because they say they can. So, gold in our history, as we talked about in that first coin, gold has been used for thousands of years. It is an absolute rock-solid medium of exchange. I get people every now and then that say, oh yeah, but the price of gold fluctuates. Yes, but that's the currency that's fluctuating, not the gold. It's the exchange between gold and whatever your fiat currency is that fluctuates. And we'll see more of that in a few minutes. Since 2,800 years ago, gold has been a recurring base of currency and trade. And the first real coins, per se, were minted in the 6th century by the Persians. The Americans decided in 1873 that they wanted their money to be linked to the gold. Hence, they created what was called the gold standard. Now, you'll understand something if you understand gold at all. Gold is the only element that does not corrode, degrade, or lose value. That's why it is so valuable. It's a major market. And if you think about what Richard Nixon did to fund the Vietnam War, in 1971, they detached the US dollar from the gold standard. So please understand that gold has always been there in our currencies and in our background. But once you disconnect your fiat currency from the gold, I can pretty much guarantee you that 40 years is about the life of the currency. You can go back through a couple of thousand years of currencies and find out that that's how long they last. Now, here's why you need to maintain a gold store. In 1920, a kilo of gold brought a top-of-the-line forward, exactly the same as it does in 2019. Yes, that is a Ford. They're both Fords. The one on the left is fully loaded, comes with a spare tyre. The one on the right has every option you can get. But 1 kilo of gold buys the same vehicle. Isn't that interesting? Do you think if you'd got the $645 in 1920 that you could buy a car with it today? Now, I don't care what sort of interest rate you put it in the bank on, it's still not going to work. So what do you think? Do you think our money is going to be as stable as gold, or will it increase in value? It is extremely unlikely that our currency will get anywhere near the stability of gold. Here's what we used to carry around in our pockets, our wallets, and our purses. Actual notes. Now, I'm just trying to remember the other day when was the last time I had folding notes in my wallet. And I had a look, and actually I do have some. They're Malaysian ringgit left over from the last time I was in Kuala Lumpur. So this is what happens as time goes by. Your currency devalues. Now, whilst that's a slightly exaggerated overview, that's actually what happens. I've lived through that. That's a 20-year period That means that your currency has devalued by 54% in 20 years. If you think I'm making that up, you can get on Google and check it yourself. I did that myself, checked it, that's the number I came up with. 54% every 20 years. So in 40 years, your currency has gone from something of value to worthless. Because if you go another 20 years, that's another 54%. How exciting is that to realise that after the end of your working life, the dollars you saved so hard to get are now worth about a tenth of what they were when you put them away. So lots of people recommend that we carry gold. And I know that there are people around. Mr. Greenspan, he was the chairman of the Fed when I was living in America, and Robert Kiyosaki, they talk about gold because gold does not go away and it doesn't devalue. So every now and then I listen to somebody with good advice. But in 2008, we got a new currency called Bitcoin. Now there's a difference about what we look at with those tokens there. Bitcoin and Ethereum, that's the one on the left, and the two coins on the right, they're in our business. But they're all based on blockchain. It's a new technology that's only been around a few years. And without question, it is going to change everything you do in your life. There is not much else that you can do or look at that's going to have as big an impact. It's going to be bigger than the internet. That's a big statement. But blockchain is not the currency. Bitcoin is a currency. KBC and KCB are not currencies. They're utility tokens, so they have a use. Bitcoin does not have a use. It's a currency. So the blockchain and KBC, tie that together with gold, you've got the perfect storm. Most of the people in the world don't have a bank account, but you know what? They have smartphones. A few years ago, we went to Thailand to build a business that we had a lot of people involved in, and people were saying to us before we left that can't understand how it will work in a place like Thailand because it's very poor. So after we got off the plane, we were on the air train going into town, I leaned out and took a photograph down the aisle of the train we were on. And every single person on that train, all Thai nationals, we were the only round eyes on the train. Every single person had a smartphone. They don't have a house necessarily, they don't have a car, they don't have a bank account, but they've got a smartphone. That's why our business works. So once you've got a smartphone, you can use things like Carrot Pay. You can use all sorts of things within our ecosystem that will let you use gold, cryptocurrency, and other payment methods. All you need is a phone. So this is the universe as Carrot Bars sees it. Carrot Pay is our online system. So if you have a phone, you can access your online gold wallet and you can pay with Carrot Pay because it will allow you to pay a merchant with the gold you have in your wallet. I mean the electronic wallet, not the physical wallet. Yes, it's real gold. It's a digital stamp of the gold you own. Carrot Gold, it creates and distributes the cash gold that we have. We're going to see more about that in a few minutes. CarrotNet is the blockchain that is proprietary. So everything to do with our cryptocurrency and our K-Merchant program is built on this blockchain. It is proprietary. Carrot Bars own it. The K-Merchant program, as we said, works on the blockchain. It is one of the very first merchant programs in the world, if not the first, that allows a merchant to accept a payment in cryptocurrency but get the money deposited into their account. That's unique. The WIM laptop is a new roadmap for computers. It has part of its hard drive and storage built on the blockchain. So all of a sudden you have the ability to do your banking, send emails, do all that sort of stuff on a WIM laptop, and everything is encrypted on the blockchain. So the key is going to change every 30 seconds. Good luck if you think you can break into that. Matched with that is the K1 phone. It's the first phone. I haven't even had that much to drink. It's the first phone in the world with voice over blockchain technology built into the phone. So it goes right along with the laptop. It will allow you to have an electronic wallet on your phone, and it will allow you to keep everything secure. That's really important. The cash exchange machines, they will be in merchants where you can walk in with your phone, withdraw coins and turn it into gold. You can buy gold with currency. You can buy gold a number of different ways. It comes out of the machine. Built into the laptop is the same software. So if you wanted to, you could set up in some location and dispense gold for people. And Carat Bit. This is a unique trading platform that lets us exchange Bitcoin, Ethereum, all sorts of other cryptocurrencies into gold in our environment. And I can tell you there's a very serious upside for doing that. We'll show some further instances of that in the coming weeks, but I can tell you that Carat Bit is a great way for you to pay for a house. So this is some of the things that come in the pack when you join. You can create your own business cards with gold in them. Lots of different things you can do in this business. This is what the cash gold notes look like, and those cards are what they call cash gold. So they're quite simply a very basic card with the gold embedded into the card. That's what they look like. This is the information sheet on the laptop. It has lots of security programs, are not really programs, but they're security features built into it. That's the word I was trying to think of. Carolyn's giving me instruction from the kitchen. So you can do lots of things on this laptop without fear of it being copied or stolen. Notice it says it's got Windows 10 and Crypto Data OS. So you can boot out of your crypto hard drive and type a Word document that you don't care if anyone copies. But it's a really cool laptop. It has a physical switch for connectivity, so you know you can turn stuff off. This is the K Merchant platform. There are zero fees unless you want to pay with gold. Then the merchant doesn't pay any fee. We pay a fee as customers, the same as we do when we use a credit card. So this is a great way for the merchants to get into the gold business. Doesn't cost them anything to register. There is a fee after they want to extract the money into cash or fiat currency. There is a way you can do that. This is part of the Gold Standard Group news, comes from the company. There will be an initial public offering in December. Now it's slated for the 15th of December, Central European time, and it will include all the information about the bank and whatever else is happening. So the bank will launch December 15th in Brazil and will expand from there and go around the world. I cannot tell you how excited I am about that because I cannot wait to get out of our current banking system. Now here's why you want to have some gold. How about that for buying power? The three major currencies of the world. When the euro was floated, it was slated to take over from the dollar. Look what happened. They're all at the same point. As soon as you disconnect your currency from gold, that happens. It is unsustainable. And this is what happens if you put money in the bank. The more money that the government prints, the less your money is worth. Now, you can get in and argue about whether you should be in the stock market or all those sorts of things. In the coming months, there's going to be a lot of reasons why you shouldn't be in the stock market. There are many, many pundits and commentators predicting the fall of the US dollar, the fall of fiat currency, in fact, worldwide. So that's why we have gold. So get in touch with whoever connected you to this webinar or whoever talked to you about this business and get a referral link. I know there's some issues at the moment with the website. It's been a bit inundated, but get involved in this business. Buy some coins, get some gold, set up an auto ship, get 1 gram of gold a month as a minimum. I think I'm up to 3 at the moment. You cannot have too much gold. Just get involved and get started. So there's 3 major benefits. Start to save some physical gold. Put it in your pocket, in your sock drawer, in the bottom of your boot, wherever you want to put it, but get some physical gold and keep it near you. Carrot Bars gives us the ability to build this business from home and branch it out into many, many places. Take advantage of it. Make sure that you can create some residual income with this business. And if you were an ordinary paid consumer who had a job, there's some great tax advantages in having one of these businesses. If you want some help with that, we can connect you with somebody to talk to you about the tax advantages. So how do we do this? Now, I know that this is something that Carolyn worked out with Tammy, and really it is this simple. The first thing you do is talk to somebody, and it's a really simple question. Do you believe in saving money for the future? Now, if it's a yes-no answer, you've got a way to go with either one. If it's a yes answer or no, you can say, have you started to save in gold? Again, a yes-no answer. If it's yes, how much gold have you got? If it's no, why not? If I could show you how to get free gold, would you like to learn more? Again, a yes-no answer. Now, there's been a number of people that have challenged me on that slide about the free gold. And I was thinking about that today. In total, I think I've got 9.9, 20, 29, 30, about 40 grams of gold for free since I joined this business. Absolutely no charge. 40 grams. Now, that's not to be sneezed at. Do the maths on what you pay for a gram of gold today. So that's a very real statement, and most people, you'll get their attention. So why Carrot Bars? Well, it's an e-commerce business. It's not an MLM. You're building an asset every day. It's the world leader in small, affordable increments of gold. You can get free gold, and at the moment, you get free crypto. Make sure you take some action before the 15th of December to get the free crypto. And you can exchange your devaluing paper money for gold. Here's what they look like. All sorts of different cards. The ones on the right-hand side, the one at the top is a 1 gram. The ones underneath at the bottom in the left hand are 5 gram cards. So you can buy them with branding. You can buy happy birthday cards, all sorts of things. Now I'm going to run you through a little video just so you can see what they look like when they come out of the box. And no, I couldn't get it to automatically play, so I'm going to have to go over here and click on it. There we go.
Hello, I wanted to see the gold. I wanted to see the gold, feel the gold, smell it in real life. So I ordered some of this. I ordered some classic gold, which you can see here. Thank you for your Karatbars orders. We appreciate your confidence. Customer satisfaction is our top priority at Karatbars International. As you know, gold has a track record of price and performance that no other store of value has. Gold has proven over time that it is an historic, stable and reliable store of value and purchasing power. He who owns gold has real money, especially in economically uneasy times. Fantastic. Thank you again for your order. Have an awesome day. Greetings from Stuttgart. So let's have a look in the box. This is classic gold. These are the beautiful 1 gram cards, which I ordered. There's a beautiful one. Congratulations. Let's have a look on the other side. Absolutely beautiful. It's stunning, it's attention-getting, it's beautifully presented, and it's very suitable as a precious gift. There's a happy birthday. So these are some of the designs that you can order. You can actually order your own design. So if you take from there to there and then design your own with your logo, whatever it is. It might be an anniversary, it might be a photo of somebody you can put on there. So beautifully done. Then this is how the cash gold comes. So it's a slightly different container. Let's see what's in here. Delivery ticket, so same letter here, and then this is the cash gold. Beautiful gold envelope, and here are cash gold notes. So that's what happens when you order the gold and ask for it to be delivered. There's obviously a delivery fee and it takes a couple of weeks. Allow plenty of time. That's what you get, and it's just beautiful.
There we go. There's a bit of an overview of what you can order and what it looks like. And we have a roadmap to have our own little private stash of gold in our vicinity. So don't care what happens on the internet. Don't care what happens in Germany or Brazil. One day I want to be able to open my sock drawer, bring out my little stash of gold and go and do what I want. That's why you want some physical gold. Okay, this is why you should be buying it. It's portable, durable, divisible, and fungible. Now, hope you're paying attention. Fungible means it's freely exchangeable. It becomes its own currency. It is exchangeable for everything you want to do in the world. Get some. Look up Mike Maloney, watch his series, Hidden Secrets of Money. I am not going to show a snip this week. I had another one I was going to do, but something occurred today in the world that made me forego that. We're going to talk about that now, and we'll probably have some comments. Do you trust your government? No. I know that some of you are aware that we're getting up the nose of some institutions like banks, and that there's a whole lot of activity going on in Europe. But we have found that there's even more stuff happening in America. So shout out to Lucky Rico, who does a lot of investigation in this stuff. But gold today in America is named as a prohibited industry. So basically precious metals, gold, silver, platinum. You cannot buy silver anymore or gold in the US with a credit card. Lots of these suppliers that have been around 10, 12, 15 years, they're having their credit card portals shut down. Now, you can debate whether you think that's good, bad, or indifferent. My view of it is that these banks are starting to take actions to maybe protect themselves. There is a massive risk if there's hyperinflation. The bank lends me $20,000 on my credit card. I buy gold the next day, and then I wait 4 weeks and I can pay it off because of the inflation. The bankers lost out because they're the ones that should have bought the gold. Mind you, they'd need to have some grey matter and some smarts to do that. But last night in my Newswire list, this came up that one of the companies in America that has for a very long time, they've been in the business 15 years. They sell silver ingots and silver coins. And they've been given 10 days notice by their bank. They've never had a chargeback. They've never had a faulty credit card use. Has not been one glitch in a 15-year history. And they've been given 10 days notice to cease and desist all credit card payments with precious metals. So somebody's getting very worried. Does anyone like to ask a question on that? Anything you want to talk about, drop it into the group chat. No questions? Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Bit of an update on Theon. So far, we've had 4 brick-making machines committed for his project in Africa. That's fantastic, and thanks everybody that's done that. I think after the hard fork, we'll have the last one organised and a roadmap for him to get those machines underway and shipped to Africa. So great to see our members that have stepped up and committed to supplying something for Theon. So get in touch with your recommender. This is just a free shout out. If you want some gold, get some help and buy some gold. Now, here's an update on what's been happening in the press. And one of the news wires that I read said you don't have to be the Berliner something or other. So I had to type it into Google, and it means you don't need to read the Berlin Daily. Yes, there's been lots of negative press in Europe, lots of it. And it's caused us a considerable amount of grief. But the gentleman that was responsible has been arrested in Dubai. And after being in jail for a few days, he has fessed up and has spilled the beans on everything that he's been doing. Now, I'm going to go through these points one by one. He has been paying journalists cash payments in 5-digit range to write negative articles about carrot bars. And by the way, he's named them. And we'll get to that later, the rest of it. They have agreed to disseminate untrue information about the coins from the 3rd of July. So that's when he started paying journalists to write this stuff. Now, just remember, 3rd of July, that's a key date. He has admitted to helping himself to 400 million coins and selling them for 40 million euros. He has admitted to market manipulation by false accusations and deliberate false information in the media. Now, in the overall transcript of this story, there was an extract of the German laws of what newspapers and news organisations have to do. And they're talking about, if these claims are accurate, it'll be the biggest scandal in the German press since World War II. So he sold these coins and used the money to pay for what he was doing. Now, they've named him. He's had his passport seized. He's in Dubai, can't leave. He attempted to enter the country on a private jet on an unlisted flight. That's what alerted the police. They then found out who was on the flight, looked him up, and yep, there's an arrest warrant out for this guy. So great news that he has been arrested and that he has fessed up to what he's been doing. I think there's a number of people that will be greatly relieved, and in fact we all are, because this is going to stop all this negative press that we've been getting. The downside of that coin is that when we look at what's happening to the price of KBC, it's going to start to go up again. So our hard fork number on the 15th of December is likely to be not what it's been the last few days, which was a stupid number. So it's good news in that our negative press is going to go away. They've finally caught the guy. He's admitted to what he's done. He has named the reporters that he's paid, and you can expect to see that come out in the new press in the coming days. There will be lots of it coming out in Europe. So don't forget to buy some gold. What do? Register your account, get your proof of ID and address uploaded, get some gold. Just make sure that you get registered and get some gold. And invite some other people with your referral link. Simple as that. Make sure you get something done before December 15th. If you're on this call tonight and you don't have a pack, trust me in this, you'll need to get a pack before December 15th. You'll be very, very upset if you do it on the 16th. So make sure you get this done. Take some steps now, because if you snooze, you lose. Now, we're not going to go through the Madrid incentive, people, tonight, because we are about 24 hours from the end of this incentive, and there's been some amazing things happen in the last 2 days. I know we've got some people in absolutely thin air that are up on this incentive, people that have won hundreds of thousands of coins, big numbers of coins, mobs of gold, all sorts of things. So just make sure that you keep in touch with the people that are around and doing this. But keep an eye out. We'll do a run through and some interviews next week. Don't forget, 10th of December in Perth, 14th in Brisbane, 19th in Echuca, 21st in Melbourne. Do not forget to turn up at these events. You need to get yourself there and learn as much as you can. There's some very, very powerful people in this business going to be there. And June next year, we'll have some further information coming out about that in the coming weeks. Just make sure that you have that time slot available. Be some great speakers, lots of fun. We're starting to do some testing of the local environment around there so that we can get people to the event, in and out of the event, have some fed, all that sort of stuff is going on. So thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Is there any questions, anything you'd like to talk about, or anything you would need help with? Pop your hand up, type a question in there, any of that sort of stuff. Cool. We don't have anybody sticking their hand up. We don't have any questions coming in the text box. If you are typing a question, hit the enter key now so it pops up and we know that you are a slow typist like I am. So ladies and gentlemen, we are on the downhill slide. There is a lot of great things happening, and we just need to make sure that we get the best out of it. We get the value. Don't leave it on the table for somebody else. Put your hand up, get some help, and make sure that you get together with your recommender or your active leader and get the best value out of this business that you can. You will really, really enjoy the results. So thanks, everyone. We look forward to seeing you on the golden beaches of the world.